Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Sunday. Hopefully, you all had a nice sleep. I did. I have a boba tea here, and Grace doesn't. Matt bought me a tea after work yesterday, and we had to run out of the house to get something last night. So by the time I didn't take my tea with me, so when we got back, I put my tea away because I was like, I'm gonna make boba and use the rest of my tea and mix with it. And then I got my protein milk in here, so it has at least 18 grams of protein. Not the best way to start your morning, but whatever. I love the tapioca. When it's done correctly, it's good. You may or may not be like, hey, what happened to your hair? I dyed it. I said I wasn't going to color my hair anymore, but it doesn't seem to matter what color I color my hair. It always, like, this part always turns the same blonde color, which it does look pretty, but ideally, I don't like my natural blonde, but if I could have a blonde color, this would be it. It's a dark blonde, dark ashy blonde. Ideally, this is what I would love for my hair to be. So I did color it last night. I didn't brush it out yet, but I colored it a dark ashy blonde, and I know it's probably not going to stay looking like this, but I'm hoping this will help better with when my roots grow out. So yeah, I gave in and I colored it. And no hair chopping's happening. I'm gonna do a trim probably, and when I say a trim, I literally mean a trim. I probably end up doing it myself because I only want like this much cut off. I don't want this much or this much. I literally want like the tiniest amount trimmed off my hair. And that's it. Because we are not going short no more. Do I like short hair? Sure. It's fun, it's playful, it changes up your look and stuff like that. But I'm done with those days. Maybe like when I'm 10 years from now, maybe I might go back short, like to here or something. But my hair currently, when it's down, brushed out, it's almost right where I want it, but I actually want to go longer. So today's Get Ready With Me, we are going to use, again, it's either Kaima or Kaima. I feel like Kaima sounds more appropriate. Neutral Glam Boujee Boudoir. We're going to use this today, and I'm excited. I know they don't have the same facility as Ensley Rain, but it's like this is Ensley Rain from a different brand. That's how the quality feels, and that's how it looks. We're going to start with my skincare right quick. So you guys already know, huge Innisfree fan, that's my go-to, but I decided that I was going to try D'Elba out. So it's just these two products. The D'Elba First Spray Serum. I've been using this morning and night. And then the D'Elba White Truffle Double Moisture Cream, Facial Cream. And I've been using this twice a day as well. So morning and night for these two. This Paula's Choice, just the morning. And then of course, I gotta come back here. My Origins Ginseng Eye Cream in the morning. Sometimes at night, but mostly in the morning. I still have my Innisfree stuff and that in here, but I don't know. I really want to try the D'Elba stuff out. So, we're going to do my skincare right quick. And then we'll get into the makeup. Hopefully, everyone's weekend is going by nice. I feel like it's going... I can't stand it when the days go by too fast. But, I don't know. They're going by... It's going by way too fast. My mother-in-law is coming over today. She doesn't live here. She flew in from Newfoundland. And she's staying at Matt's brother's. Yes, Matt has a brother and a sister. His sister lives in Newfoundland as well. His brother lives here. But we kind of don't hang out. Not for any reason other than they're always... I mean, everybody's working. They're always busy. They have friends and stuff. You know how it is. Sometimes family, we all get along, but when you don't have like the same kind of lifestyle and do the same kind of things, it's more of that we pop in, or yeah, pretty much we pop in when we get invited. We're not ones to invite ourselves anywhere. We will never do that. But everyone's always working and stuff, so it's like, whatever. I don't even know what I was gonna say. I must get oil or something along this area while I'm sleeping. That's gross. Paula's choice. I exfoliate. This is my second bottle. I really like this, especially before going in with the skincare in the morning. I'm gonna do the eye cream next, and then we'll do the facial spray. I don't know that this eye cream actually does anything other than help brighten, but I do like that. So man, like, what else do I gotta do today? I did not do my laundry yesterday. So pretty much once I'm done recording, I'm gonna go throw the laundry on, run the vacuum, do the kitchen floor right quick. And Grace is going to be taking care of the dishes. Matt and I want to get a bigger bed. We have a brand new bed, but we decided it's too small. We want to go king size, so we're trying to debate right now where we want to go for one. Do we just want to flat out buy one, which is going to be pretty pricey, or we want to do a payment plan on one to make it a bit easier? I feel like every time we get a new mattress, we don't like it. So it's not even the size. It's that the mattresses suck. We both wake up in pain no matter what. And we do toppers and everything. Like, I know my hips hurt and my my bones all in here. I jokingly told him I wouldn't be surprised if I have fibro, but I don't think I do. Because sometimes I feel like I have what I would consider like flare-ups. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna spray the crap out of my face. Like, I feel like since using these two products, my skin looks so good. I think I may end up repurchasing these. Like, finish up using my other skincare and then repurchasing these as well. Maybe use these ones at nighttime. Like, I don't know what's in this because I haven't gone back on. I don't know. There's something magical in these bottles. I mean, I know a lot of people swear by Korean skincare. I do think Innisfree is Korean as well, Korean skincare. Oh yeah, did I show you I swapped out my strap to the watch Matt got me? This thing's been quite handy. He's like, every time he turned around, I'm here like, oh, let's see. He's like, well, I guess I'm glad I did get you that. I'm like, yeah, I like it. I will say for this, so it's supposed to be white cream and then the yellow serum. And I did read reviews on this that some people said sometimes they just get one or the other popping out. And sometimes I get both squeezing out at the same time. But it's kind of hard because I can see it's mostly just yellow coming out right now. And then there's a little bit of the white right there. To me, it doesn't seem to make a really big difference because it's doing something for my skin. And I like it. To me, it's always a bonus. If it's not drying my skin out and it's not causing breakouts, then it's good. But I think I am going to look up later what it exactly is it supposed to do. I just know that it kept popping up on my Amazon thing, and I was like, fine, I'll get it. There's a couple of products from Turtur as well. There's looks like a serum, skin tint, which looks so pretty and glowy. It's on sale right now, but I'm gonna let that sit for a second. I don't want to go ordering anything makeup wise right now, just because of stuff that's already coming. My little box that I have all my skincare in broke this morning, like literally before I hit record. I pulled on the wrong corner of it and it busted open. So all my skincare is now moved into this Dollar Tree basket. All the skincare that's currently open. Although there is one thing in here that, oh, that's a hair. One thing in here that isn't open yet, which is this. What's it called? Triple Power Collagen Moisturizer. Dermalactives. I don't know. I might eventually try that. Anyways, skincare is done. I do need to let that sit for a second. So let's grab some makeup out of the drawer. I already picked everything out. I do want to go ahead and give this a try again. The loose powder. I'm not a fan of loose powders. Some people are. I prefer pressed powders over anything. I don't know. Oh, I didn't pick out a foundation. What do we want to use today? I'm going to say let's use the e.l.f. Give this a good shake. I should probably add some ice to this. Because the ice I had in there melted. Yeah. My skin's looking pretty good. I feel like it's looking not fully even. Like my complexion's not fully even. Ooh, I do have a little friend right there. Not anymore. Actually, I got a couple of poppers on my forehead here.
Dice.
Oh, it came with dice?
Yeah, look. Dice.
Oh yeah, at least you have them now.
I already had some.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't play Pokemon.
I like different ones because they're pretty. I mean, the big one's clear. The big one.
All right. Let's go with foundation. I'm starting to... Can you open the patio door, please? I'm starting to sweat, but I have a hoodie on.
You have a hoodie on, I have this giant thing.
I know.
I'm nice room temperature. Oh, probably because they're showering.
Probably.
Hey, where I got my blood work done is bruised.
Yeah, that's normal.
It is.
Yep.
I never did that before.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. I was using a damp sponge this morning because my favorite foundation brush needs to be washed. I've officially decided I'm not ordering the Lord of the Rings. I'm not ordering anything from the Lord of the Rings Glam Light collection. It just doesn't, I don't know. It's not doing anything for me. I did see more swatches of the palette, and like I told Andy and Eden, to me the swatches suck, like straight up. They're not making me go, ooh, I should get that. Not at all. It's doing quite the opposite, actually. The palette's pretty, the color story's nice, but I already know if I buy that, I will use it to do a couple get ready with me's, and then it's going to sit there. I did start, where did I put it? I started writing out all my palettes last night. I got to 144 palettes. I have one more drawer left to go.
144?
So far, yeah. I don't think I have 200 palettes, but I might be pushing 200 palettes. But I'm writing down all my palettes because starting next month, June, every time I use a palette, I'm going to put a mark beside it so I can keep track of what I'm using, what I'm not really using. And then by this time next year, if I decide to do a declutter, or even like a couple of months from now, if I'm like, hey, like I literally don't grab for that palette at all, I'll give it to somebody. But through the 144 that I did write down, I definitely came across a couple of palettes where I was like, yeah, those probably could go. I like them, but I have other palettes that I reach for more because either one, there's more to it. I like the formula. It gives me the kind of shimmers that I want. I almost feel like in this drawer that I have beside me, there's a couple of palettes I'd keep, and I could probably get rid of the rest, like the entirety of the drawer. The reason being, I went from, and again, it all depends on like your financial, like where you are financially and stuff like that. We're not rich by any means, but we're also not having a hard time. Matt works, I work. Mind you, I have to work a whole month just to make one of his 1 weekly paychecks. But, you know, our rent's paid, bills paid, food's on the table. Somebody needs new underwear, clothes, or whatever. Like, we're able to do so. I've always been buying I've always bought makeup and clothes and stuff like that. But even with saying that, that wasn't my original line of thought. Crap. Oh my gosh. Oh, so that being said, like I've always bought in makeup. If we weren't like in the position we are, I probably would not have. I would definitely would not have what I have now. But I went from like, I don't even remember my first eyeshadow palette. Maybe Maybelline. Or no, you know what? CoverGirl. Because they had like those trios and those quads. I'm pretty sure CoverGirl, and like I was just wearing brown eyeshadow. I know I'm over blending, but I'm trying to make sure there's no marks. But like CoverGirl, Maybelline, those are probably the first two. Maybe Wet n Wild. Let's see, contour. And then, anyway, so it went from me like doing like a lot of drugstore eyeshadow, and I wasn't always wearing eyeshadow though. And I remember like L'Oreal got some eyeshadow palettes, which I do have one of L'Oreal's eyeshadow palettes. And then I don't know. Then I remember Elf came on the scene, so I don't even remember when I got into the Elf. It was like 10 plus years ago. Then there was like what, AOE or AOA or some weird website where it still exists. People still shop on there. Lots of stuff on there, super cheap. Like I used to just buy a lot of cheap, affordable makeup. And then I got into Sephora. So I was like, I don't think I bought a ton of Sephora though. But I got into Sephora and ColourPop. And then I don't even know how I got introduced. I know it's from watching YouTube. But at some point over the past couple of years, probably 2 years, I got into the indie eyeshadow palettes. And I will say, I think I like the indie eyeshadow palettes a lot better than others, except for Natasha Denona, because when I want easy, simple, no fuss, no mess, don't have to worry about messing it up, Natasha Denona, because she gives, to me, her eyeshadows, they give me the soft, pretty, just enough sparkle or shimmer, whatever, that I would need. If I never was introduced to indie eyeshadow, Natasha Denona would be probably what I'm using the majority of the time. Her and ColourPop. And I will always support Natasha Denona and ColourPop because those are two, to me, two top tier eyeshadow brands. That being said, though, ColourPop sometimes swings back and forth with their formula being really good to kind of being like, like what did they do? Like their 9-pan palettes to me are the way to go. All right, and then we're going with the bronzer one. That first one was contour. Where was I going with that, guys? No idea, because I already forget. Indie is expensive, very expensive. Sometimes I do find it's not even like the brand that a person wants. It's like you see an eyeshadow palette and it's the color story. Yeah, because like formulas are all different. But let's just say you see a palette and you're like, oh, that's so pretty. I want that. Well, one, are you going to use that color story? Two, maybe try and find an alternative that's more affordable. Because these indie brands, they're not affordable whatsoever. And you don't want to put yourself in debt. You don't want to be like, am I going to pay that light bill this month or am I going to buy that indie palette? Because again, we're in Canada, so things are quite, I mean, no matter where you are, things are expensive, Canada or not. But these palettes are like, it could be someone's weekly grocery budget, if honestly. And then it's like, well, the influencers are using this and that. Yeah. Ask yourself this, though. If influencers were not getting it in PR, would they spend their money to go out and buy it? I have a hard time believing that they all would. I don't think they would, honestly. I think they would just pick and choose, but they would not go out and... If these influencers were not getting PR from these indie brands or just some brands in general... I do not believe that a lot of them would go out and buy some of these new brands and products that come out. Which is why they give out PR, because they need to pique people's interest. They need to reel them in. It could cause a shopping problem. I can tell you that. Let's do... We're going to use Pat McGrath bronzer. I do think a lot of people, myself included, get hyped up and drawn into... For me, I'm not a TikTok person. I'm an Instagram. I window shop. I've always been a window shopper, even as a teenager. It's fun for me. But that being said, now that we all have access to the World Wide Web, a lot of us have cell phones or tablets, or we have access somehow. Even if we're watching people do hauls and stuff like that on YouTube, we all have access to watch other people who are buying things or showing things that they did buy. Sometimes it can be a problem for people because then they're like, oh, well, they have that, so, and they say it's good, so I gotta go get it. No, you don't. I tell myself that too. That's like with that Glam light. Yeah, are we a big Lord of the Ring fans in this household? Yes, we are. Did I say before they even showed the products that I was probably going to buy the whole collection? Yeah, I did. Am I buying, like I said though, I'm not buying any of it. Because, like, again, I've seen swatches. I've been looking that palette up and down, like, over since they showed what it looks like. I've looked at all the other products. I literally would not use any of it. So why would I bother to spend the money on it just for it to sit here? And again, that's like with the Twilight. I did say I was going to buy pretty much the entire Twilight collection from Glamlight. I haven't bought any of it. And I only intend on buying one thing, which is the Jacob palette. Because out of the entire collection, that's the only thing I would use. Bronzer's done. I think we all need to start, I don't know. We don't have to stop, like, being on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. But I do think that we need to, like, we can enjoy seeing, like, new things come out. We can enjoy seeing people use products without the need to go out and buy what we're seeing. Because, like, there's so many questions we have to ask ourselves. And I kind of keep bringing this up, not every video, but it's like, it's our hard-earned money. What would you rather? I don't know. Maybe your car needs fixing and you keep putting it off because you're buying makeup. I don't know. It's just an example. What if you want a new bed set? Would you rather get a new bed set? Because you're in your bed a lot anyways. You spent 8 hours in there, hopefully. Or would you want to go spend that money on a eyeshadow palette instead of like a whole fresh new bed set? Like, because like palettes, eyeshadow palettes, like makeup in general is expensive, but eyeshadow palettes are so pricey. We're going to do the brow glue. I'm still, you guys know, I have a wish list. I have a running wish list on Instagram of palettes. I wanted to get the Secret Garden palette from Bella Beauty Bar, as well as, okay, so I'm not going to buy that one anymore, and my reason being is because if I'm going to get Smoky Glam and the Green Goddess, both those palettes take care of the entire color story of the Secret Garden. Now, you could just do Secret Garden and not get Smoky Glam and Green Goddess, but looking at the color stories of Smoky Glam and Green Goddess, I rather those two palettes over the big Secret Garden palette. Because with those two palettes, I can get the green and the neutrals from Green Goddess, and I can get the pinks and the neutrals from Smoky Glam. So, like, I'm removing the Garden palette off my list. And then I wanted to get the Sigma, the new Sigma palette. Well, it's popping up as $94 for me to buy it. Plus, I have to pay shipping and customs and duties. Well, no thank you. So I'm not getting that one. I am not buying the Lilo and Stitch collection from ColourPop. Yes, it's cute. Yes. We all know that I'm a big Stitch fan here. But I'm not going to buy a collection of something just because I'm a huge fan of it. It's cute. I will enjoy watching and seeing other people use it. But I wouldn't use any of the products that they have. So I'm not going to waste my money. But it is super cute. It's just, it's not for me. No matter how much I'm a fan of a character or a movie or whatever, a series. If I'm not going to use, if I know I'm not going to use the stuff, I'm not going to put my money into it. I'm not doing that anymore. Because I've already done that with some stuff. I do like this brow glue. Like I said, it gives me enough color. Do we think there's actual glue in here? I don't like how I have this bare spot up here. There's hair there, but for whatever reason, that doesn't get it. And I'm just going to let that dry for a second. While that dries, we're going to go into Nars. Coco Cabana. The rest of my makeup, so I'll probably write out the rest of my eyeshadow palettes today. I feel like there's at least, dear Lord, I think it might be too many in there. I think there's at least 50 in there. But I can tell you right now, I just opened the drawer and I have not done a look with these two palettes. I bought these at, I think I got them off Amazon, but like, why the hell did I buy them? You want to know why? Because I thought they were cute, but I have not used them at all. Look at the little cat. You guys probably can't see it, but there's like cat footprints in some of these mats. Anyways, there's a bunch of palettes in there in this top drawer that I have, and I'm going to write them out, write them down. Like I said, starting June 1st, I'm going to start tracking every palette that I use. Just the palette, not the shades in them. I'm just going to start tracking what palettes I use so we can really get a good idea from now until this time next year. I do feel like if I wanted to, I could condense my makeup down. Not to half, but I could condense it down pretty good. But I like variety. I like I do my makeup pretty much every day. I like playing around with makeup. So I don't want to do that, but I do think I need to weed out some of the things I just straight up just don't use. And I do know one thing. I want to go through my cream and liquid blushes. I want to get them used up. Unless for like liquid blush, I think unless a color really sticks out to me, like something that's just, it's not, I don't have it, I'm not going to buy any more liquid blush. And if I do, it's going to be e.l.f. because it's affordable. And I'd rather that go down the drain than, I don't know, a $30 Rare Beauty one. In the event that it goes bad before I can use it up. Cream blushes. Do I have many cream blushes? I don't think I do. Oh, let's finish the brows. I don't think I have that many cream blushes. I think I have 5. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I should look later. But I think I only have 5 full-size cream. 7 if I count the 2 LYS cream blush sticks, which I need to pull out. And then the 3 mini Merit cream blushes. So that's 7. So I have 10 cream blushes. And then I do have 2 full-size Rare Beauty liquid blushes, a very teeny tiny mini Rare Beauty cream blush, and then I have like the whole set of the e.l.f. Again, if you're like, oh, I want Rare Beauty, save your money. Is the Rare Beauty nice? Yes. If you want just one color, okay, I'd say go for it. Pick the color you know you're going to get the most use out of. But if you're wanting multiple Rare Beauty blushes, like the liquid ones, maybe consider just going and looking at the e.l.f. ones. A little goes a long way. Like start with a dot. Even if you put the dot on the back of your hand instead of your face, put it on your hand, take your brush, put it in there, and then go on instead of putting the dot on your face. Because I know some people who do several dots on their face and then like their entire face after they're done blending is covered in that blush. Because they're pigmented. Even the Rare Beauty ones are very pigmented. I don't know. I just think because some stuff goes bad quick. I'm fine with like powders or whatever. And if they get hard pan, just take a spoolie or something and scrape it off. But like liquids and creams go bad faster. So you don't want to have too much of like the same thing. Because again, it's like every time you buy something, and this is what I'm trying to get into my head too. I only make $15 an hour at my job. Every time I buy a new eyeshadow palette, it's like, well, hey Tammy, how many hours did you have to work to buy that palette? Or how many hours do you have to work to buy that blush? And then it's like, is it worth it to you? Okay, eyebrows are done. They do look lighter in the front, but it's just because of the way the light is bouncing off. For the blush, I'm going to use this e.l.f. one. The colors in that will be in the description box. I do think, you know what I haven't seen? Let's put some highlighter on too. I do have liquid highlighter. I just got one, or I have two, a Juvia's Place one and a Rare Beauty. Like, I've had this for quite some time now, and it's only down to here. I think I'm going to start forcing myself to use this one, and like either this one or the Juvia's Place one every day, no matter what. Because there's so much product in here, and I don't want them to go bad. If I ever do purchase another like liquid highlighter, it'll be this exact one from Rare Beauty, but maybe a smaller size. That, or I might just give up on the liquid, but we'll see. I do like liquid. I do like liquid highlighters because they give like a nice glow. Well, at least the two that I have, they're glowy. They're not sparkly. I picked out so many blushes because I'm like, what do I use? I'm gonna set my eyes. I don't know, like, what are you guys doing? If you're buying, like, do you just watch people who do their makeup? Do you have makeup? How do you decide where you, like, if you go cheap with the makeup? How do you decide if you spend more? Like, what products are you willing to put more money into? For me, eyeshadow palettes, I'd be perfectly fine doing all drugstore for face, because there are some fantastic face products like foundations, bronzers, highlighters, and all that from the drugstore. But for me, this is personally, I prefer the higher end eyeshadow palettes, mainly like Natasha Denona, ColourPop, because for me, ColourPop's still kind of expensive. It's on like the lower end, but it's kind of expensive. It used to be, I would have said it's on the cheaper end before the price hikes. Like a palette that used to be a 9-pan palette that used to be like 10, maybe $15 Canadian for me is now like now 25, 30. And then you got, I don't know if ColourPop is doing duties and stuff anymore, like now. And of course, like the indie brands, Ensley Rain being my number one, but that could change, I think. But honestly, I think I'm always gonna say Ensley Rain's my number one. If I had to choose one indie brand, for me it'd be Ensley Rain, and then like one Sephora or whatever brand. I don't know what Natasha Denona is considered, but it'd be Natasha Denona. So those two brands. And then I'm going to take this and put this here because I don't want it glowy in this part of my face. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. over the rest of my face before I go in with any blush. If you guys have, I do have both this e.l.f. loose powder, and then of course I have, this is a new, today's start of a new week. Okay, I'm like thinking like, are we in a new week of makeup stash? We are. I do have this loose one, it's like light pink. And then I do have that other one. I do not like this one at all. I feel like if they had lighter shades, I would like it, but they don't. Ooh, there's a puff in here. But yeah, I don't like that one. I do know I need to use it up at some point though. Whoa. Anyways, I'm just gonna blend this back here. Holy moly. Had so much product. Well, I guess I'm putting it all over because it's a ton of product. Whew. I have this everywhere. Whoa. Now to get the lid on. If they had this in a not loose powder, maybe a, oh my gosh, if they had it in a pressed powder formula, I think maybe I'd be down for that. Okay. Now for blush, I have two different ones. I'm definitely going to go with this Nars one called Impassioned. And then I do have this Ofra one out, but I feel like I need to do the eyes first. So that's what we're going to do. So for the eyes, we have the Kaima Boujee Boudoir palettes. These are removable. You literally could take these if you wanted to, if they're the same size, and swap them and with the Ensley Rain if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm keeping this the way it is. But I did bring in my Makeup Forever highlighter in a Cheerful Beige to help me with this palette. So I have something just a little bit lighter for blending it in the event that I need it. Because the lightest shade in here is this one right here for matte. But, you know, we might actually be good. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and start. And I am going to start with this shade here called Boujee. And I'm going to put this all over the lid and blend it up. I'm not going to go right up to the brow bone, but just under. I do not like that powder I just put on at all. Now that I can see, maybe when I do setting spray later, it looks like shit. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't like how Tin Man, I call it Tin Man, but I do not like that at all. It's definitely glowy, but it's not my kind of glow. I'm going to go in the shade Blessed. Outer corner and into the crease, a little bit actually above the crease. Yes, new hoodie. Got it from Walmart. Men's section. I bought this green one, a gray one, and a black one. I did go through my closet yesterday and I filled a black garbage bag of clothes. It's gonna go to the drop-off bin. I also found a couple of shirts that I bought about 2 summers ago that still have the tags on them. I was like, hey, that's about around the time that I started work. Maybe when I was working for Miriam, actually. Okay, now I'm going to go into Lucky. So this palette is it's either like you're going to go pinky mauve, which these ones are up here, or you're going to go down to like the browns down here. I will probably just mix them. Then I'm going to go into, this one's called Glam. And I'm not bringing this one up as high because I'm going to blend this shade out with something else. And I'm not worried about it being perfect because it's going to get covered with shimmer. Okay, I'm gonna go into this one here. Blend over the edge. Then we'll go with shimmer, and then I'll do something to bring my eye up a little bit because I have like so much space right here. I feel like though, like I need a different brush. I'm gonna go into Loyal right quick. I already know if I want like a mauve pink color story, it's gonna be a great one for me to gravitate towards. Now for shimmers, I know I'm looking at the shade Sassy. So there's this color here called Sassy, but I'm also looking at this one here. I might do this one outer part, like the outer half, and then maybe this one the inner. So I'm going to take this one called Fame. Oh, that's so light and pretty though. I feel like it's definitely going to look different on the eye. Ooh, that's pretty. On the eye, that definitely matches my hoodie. Wow. And then I'm going to take, geez, what one do I want to use now? Do I want to use Sassy or do I want to use a different one? That's pretty. Like, see how it looks like silver blue here? But then on the eye, it's like green gold. Very pretty. So it's like, do I use Star on the inner part instead? Because to my eye, Star looks gold. But look at that on my finger. Ooh. That has a lot going on in it. There's like pink and... oh my. I can't get over how much these are like Ensley Rain formula. They just, that's what they look like. This one's like peachy, pink. Where's my ring? I'm gonna have to turn on one of my lights to see if I can, you guys, if I'm able to pick up the different colors. When I'm done my makeup look, I'm gonna plug in one of my lights so we can see if we can pick up on the color. I'm gonna go back into Fame, so this one here. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. And then I'll go back into Star. So again, Star is this one right here. And I overlap them so there's not like a definite line between. Damn, damn, damn. These are so nice. So this one here, Fame, there's not, this one's a smooth one. It doesn't feel chunky or that. Star does have a bit more chunk to it, but nothing, I mean, it's not causing a mess. I'm like, my mother-in-law is coming over. I don't want to do anything too dramatic. Well, that's too late now. Oh my gosh. She's probably like, what the hell you got over your eyes? It's like beautifulness, that's what. I can't believe the color. So stunning. I don't even know what to say. Is it raining, Grace? Are you out here? I mean, you could literally just pick one shimmer and do this. But holy moly, that is stunning, 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 stunning. my gosh. That is just so darn pretty. And like, just like, it's so glowy. Looking down, I can see like the peachy pink all in here. And then it's like a blue gray out here. I love it. Okay. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to go into these two. And just blend up over the edge up here. Just lightly, I'm not doing a lot. Then I'm gonna go into this one and put this up a bit higher. I'm kind of like, do I want to do an inner corner highlight with this? I think I do. I'm definitely going to put something on my lower lash too. If I do an inner... It's like, do I put this one on the inner corner? That, in my mind, that's what I think I should do. We'll see how this works. I know it's a bit darker, but and then just drag whatever's left. It actually isn't that dark. I'm gonna go into these because okay, on the lower lash line, I'm gonna go on with these two, I think. It's gonna go darker down here. But I'll probably take another brush and really blend it out. Like that. Telling you. Stunning, stunning. Like, I don't even know what to say. They're just beautiful. I do have some fallout, but it's nothing that's like, so. Okay, now I am going to do blush. I don't like how that e.l.f. setting powder is sitting on my skin. Like, I don't like that at all. I do want to do something a little bit out there. So I'm going to go into this one here. And just really, like, really out here on this part. How you can see, I'm not actually going on the eyelid. I'm kind of going outside of it a little. Because I don't want to take away from the, okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to go back into these two. I know some people, they don't do a bunch of different shades and stuff, but I like to blend. I like to work it up to what I like. Again, it's makeup. And then the question is, do I put anything on the lash line or do I leave it? I think I'm going to run a little something on the outer corner. And I'm going to use the shade Regal, which is this one right here. It's not actually black. It looks like a purple. Well, is that black? I find it hard to tell. But I just want this. Like, probably from the middle of my lash line. Okay. Maybe it is a black. Just like that. My nose is tickling. Just like that. Okay. We're gonna throw... Where's my sponge? I'm just gonna take my sponge and go over my face right quick, especially... I do not like that e.l.f. Oh my gosh, I got glitter. On my nose. That's okay. All right. So I'm going to quickly go back into this powder. And then the blushes that I have picked out, I have this Nars one from called Impassioned, which this is going to look very pretty. But I also have the Ofra one out too. So I might mix. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the Ofra one tomorrow. I'll put that one away. I'm going to use this NYX one. Oh my gosh, why am I calling it NYX? Nars. Take that off because there's a mirror in here I can use. And we'll put some of this on. It's a nice matte blush. I can't stop looking at my eyeballs. Okay, we're gonna do a setting spray. Let all that melt together. For mascara, let's use Sephora Size Up. I do want a smaller. Oh, I know where it's at. Still have it, did not lose it. It was just in a different drawer. The mirror that I thought would be way bigger than this, and when I ordered it and it came in and it was like the size of not even the full size of my palm. It's so pretty. I wish it was bigger though, but it's good for when you're if you need a close-up or a smaller mirror to do your lashes. I am blown away by how glowy this damn eyeshadow is. Like, holy heck balls. It's so pretty. Like, I feel about this the same way I feel about the like Ensley Rain. I don't know why I keep saying damn for. I'm gonna probably plug that light in so I can hopefully, because I feel like we're not really able to see. I mean, when I look down in my mirror here, I can see the difference, but I don't know if you guys can. Like the shifts. So pretty. Yeah, I don't need a ton of mascara because I'm just, this look, even like, yeah, even yesterday's look, these palettes are so, they're good. There's not a, were they, these expensive. I'm not going to be like, oh, they're affordable. These Kaima palettes are expensive, straight up. They're the, like I said, I think I paid $200 for the two, including shipping, taxes, duties, customs, about $200 for this palette and then the other one that I used yesterday. So they're by no means affordable whatsoever. I have zero regrets. Both of these are going to be staples. We're about halfway through the year. I know I have other palettes that I love and enjoy using too, but I can tell you right now, these are stunning. There's no regrets. If you're watching my video and you're like, oh, I really want to get that, ask yourself though, do you have anything? Do you have Ensley Rain, for instance? Do you already have them in your collection? Because you could definitely recreate this with Ensley Rain shadows, because their shimmers perform the same, and they also have duochrome, multichrome shades. There's no regrets, and I say no regrets because I'm going to use these palettes. Wow. You look at the shimmers and you think there's going to be one-dimensional, but these are not one-dimensional at all. They don't even go on the eyes how they look in the pan. I wish we could, let's go plug in. Oh, lips. It's like, hey, Tammy, what about your lips? I have a basket here with some, all my lip products are everywhere. I feel like I could kind of do whatever with this one. Well, that's too bright. I'm going to use this Fenty lip oil today in Rose Amber. That'll be on my lips today. Everything that I put on my face will be in the description box. Ooh, it's a nice cool tone. Thank you. I like this look a lot. If I can plug this in. Can I plug this in? It might actually already be plugged in. 1 second. Oh, it is. Okay. How do I turn it on? Okay. I'm going to bring you guys over. Oops. Sorry. I'm going to bring you guys over here. And turn this light. So oh my gosh, I can see it so nice in the mirror. Look at these sparkles. And they like mesh so well together. So this is the warm light that it's on.
Really?
Huh. Yeah. I just don't know if we can see the shift. I'm so blind, I can't tell. Let's, I know, you guys are going everywhere. Crap. Here's the cool light. I feel like I'm not seeing the shifts, but... nonetheless, it's stunning. And then there's a neutral. There's a neutral light. Just give me a second. I'm trying to feel for the button. Here's the neutral one. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I like it a lot. There we go. And then of course back to like normal lighting where it's bland. Still pretty. Let me fix you guys up right quick. But yeah, so far so good with these palettes. It's like kind of a first impression, although I have done a look with the fairy one yesterday, and then the day that I got the 2 palettes in the mail, I did do a quick look, and my impression so far is these are fantastic. I like the formula. I thought I seen mascara. These are just, to me, it's like they're fantastic. Oh, that's my lash. I thought it was kind of wonky. These are fantastic. I happy that I bought them, gave them a try, and I'm excited to create more looks with these. This one here, to my eye, it looks like a bronzy brown. And then once you turn it, see how it's like burgundy? Like, but then it's a bronzy brown. So pretty. Oh my gosh. I am just excited and thankful to have those, because they're going to be so much fun to play around with. These are like the kind of color stories I like. Like I said, I'm a neutral girly with pops of color. And I like shimmer, I like sparkly, I like metallics, I like bold looks, soft looks, barely there looks. I think I prefer jewel tone over, like jewel tone or muted color over pastel. But I do have some pastels that I will use. I like warm tone and cool tone and neutral. I like to mix warm tones and cool tones as well. This is a very long get ready with me, but if you're new here, welcome. Sometimes my get ready with me's they're long because I don't like to rush doing my makeup. I like to enjoy the process. Sometimes I do my makeup in under a half hour. Most of the time though, it's about a half hour. I like to, again, it's me sitting down doing the get ready with me's is, if I wasn't recording, this is how long I would sit here and be doing my makeup, and I'd be chatting to myself in the mirror like, holy heck balls, look at that. I started recording as a way, because if you're new here, you're not going to know this unless you go way back to the beginning of my channel when I started doing. But then you might hear me talk about Jesus and stuff, which I don't really care because I do believe in Jesus. But when I first hit record on YouTube, the beginning of my channel, it was as if I was sitting at the kitchen table with my family, because they live in other provinces. It's so expensive to go fly there, fly back and stuff. It's more expensive to fly in our own country than it is for us to fly out of Canada. So yeah, I started recording, doing my makeup at the kitchen table as if I was talking to my family at the table. And then I did like a couple of like hauls and stuff like that. And then like there were some videos where I'm just sitting down chatting, and the conversations would go really random from like talking about Jesus to other stuff. And then eventually it just went into just me doing get ready with me's. Because my husband and son were like, why don't you just hit record since you're doing your makeup every day? Just hit record and see what happens. So this is what has happened so far. There are over 1,000 people who are tuning into my channel pretty much every video. just over 600 are subscribed. So there's still about 400 people who are returning viewers who are not subscribed. If you're one of them, please consider subscribing. We do want to grow this channel. But yeah, that's how my channel began. It kind of was a bit personal, which I'm fine because there's, you know, I ain't got nothing to hide. And I'm not embarrassed or anything. But yeah, it was initially just me sitting down doing my makeup and chatting as if my family's at the table. And then people start subscribing. So then it gradually started just being less super personal, but still personal. I still talk about me and sometimes work and family and stuff. But now I'm leaning more towards just keeping it more about like me and Matt. And then, yeah, keeping the kids out of it because they deserve their privacy. So I pretty much, yeah, talk about makeup. If there's something with me going on, I might talk about it or whatever. But now it's, yeah, this is what my channel is. The main focus, get ready with me's. Because again, I sit down and I do my makeup every day, whether I'm recording or not. And like my husband and son said, that they were encouraging me for a couple of years, even before I actually started recording. Like, why aren't you recording? Like, record, because you're sitting down doing your makeup anyways. Anyways, here we are. It's like long story short, and then you go on for a half hour or so. But, yeah. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so. I really, really appreciate it. And, yeah, talk to me in the comments. One thing about me, if I don't get to your comment right away, I will get to it within, like, 24 hours. Because whether I comment back, I'm liking and hearting every comment. And if I miss it, then that's because it's not showing up on my end. So I'll go into, like, my YouTube studio, and that's where I do all of my stuff. And then sometimes I'll go on to like the other, just like normal YouTube, just to check and see if the YouTube studio missed any comments. And believe it or not, it actually does sometimes. So, yeah, say hi in the comments. I'll say hi back. And yeah, let me know, like, again, where do you guys, when you're if you do buy makeup, how do you decide where to put your money when it comes to buying something expensive and buying something more affordable? Let me know. Like I said, I think for me, I'd be completely happy and fine buying all drugstore for my face, even my lips. So like mascara, blush, bronzer, highlighter, all lip products, brow products. I could do all that drugstore and be perfectly happy with it because the drugstore does have good stuff. But I prefer to put, if I'm going to put money into something, it's going to be eyeshadow. Because I love eyeshadow. I also love blush, though. So, I think we all know that here. I like blush. And I like my blush to be seen. Although, sometimes I do go lighter. Anyways, that's enough chit-chatting. And, I'm going to skedaddle. Again, am I going to say these are... Like, am I going to recommend to buy these? Yes. But again, if it's not in your budget, don't. Look and see what you have and see if you can recreate this. There are other more affordable brands that have fantastic mattes and shimmers, duochromes. You just have to, like, do a little digging. Do I know of any cheaper ones? No, I don't. Because the indie brands are still new-ish to me. So there's still, like, a lot of indie brands that I haven't tried that I would like to try. But I don't know. I'm excited to do more looks with this. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching and hanging out with me on this Sunday morning. And until tomorrow, have a good one.